Leo. My apologies for the delay in getting your reading out. I had actually already uploaded it, and I don't know what happened to it. So we're going to do it again. Couldn't get to it yesterday. I had way too much on my plate, but I would love to do it now for you. Go ahead and show me energies present for the sign of Leo. What energy and information does Leo need to see from the Oracle deck of this is the Whispers of Love Oracle. Show me for Leo, what energy is present for the sign of Leo? Okay. The heart of the matter. There is more going on than meets the eye. I don't know if that's internal. I don't know if that is in regard to a connection with a relationship, Leo. So let's find out. Please show me energies present for the sign of Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the month of January 2020. You have the Nine of Pentacles coming out. Show me for Leo, please. Four of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, the Lovers, Gemini energy, more for Leo, Ten of Wands, you have the Five of Wands and the Moon. With the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So it feels like there's a necessity here to keep to yourself in a way, Leo, to hold information close to yourself, hold on to money, hold on to whatever it is that you're needing to hold on to. But I definitely see like you're removing yourself from a situation, or you're just choosing to not play into something, not give your time or energy or effort. It may be in regard to a Gemini. It may also be in regard to just somebody or something that is very important to you. It's almost as if like you're safeguarding yourself it almost feels like to fortify your energy to deal with something, because it feels like you're moving towards a situation that might have conflict in regard to what people are sharing with you, the information that they're sharing with you. This could be work related as well. You have the Nine of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles here coming through. This may be in regard to your work. I don't know if some of you are needing to hold your ideas closer, kind of remove yourself from sharing information with people, just because it feels like some of your ideas may be taken. And these are things that you've independently introduced. These are things that are of your own. They are very specific to you. And it feels like nobody else can, I mean, I don't want to make it sound more grandiose than it is, but it just feels like these are things that kind of only you can do, specific skill sets or techniques, talents that you have that you connect to and bring to your job or your relationships. But either way, what it is, it feels like you're kind of removing yourself, you're safeguarding yourself. And that's to ensure a relationship, or to ensure, some steady flow within your workplace. It feels like there may be a tired energy here, though, in regard to having to do that, or needing to deal with a certain person or people, where it's like you have conflict, information is not being provided to you in the best way possible. You're not getting what you need from certain situations. And so the way to deal with it is to almost like remove yourself, which isn't the easiest thing to do, just because it's like you guys are natural helpers. But overall, I mean, I feel like it's important for you guys to, I guess, maintain that separation, just because it feels like that's going to stabilize you no matter what. It feels like you're coming into a situation where you're going to have some, like a problematic occurrence with somebody or a group of people, that has been, I guess, a long time in the making, but also just you're kind of over it. And so that also may be I do want to say, if things don't go well in that arena, it may be the time to reconsider, and change things up, just because you may need to safeguard your ideas, the way that you are, what you have, your skill set, and possibly move to another situation if the things that you are in conflict with others does not resolve. Just because it feels like you end up communicating to another person or to a group of people, but things are still not being presented openly, which I think is going to make you question the entirety of the situation. So let's go ahead and get some clarifiers in here. I'm not really picking up much like super love energy. This feels more practical here. And it's almost in regard to work. It's like if you need to safeguard something, if you need to get away from a group of people, it's going to help maintain your connection with the love of what you do versus making it a chore. Show me the 9 of Pentacles here for Leo. Okay, so you have the 3 of Cups popping out. Show me the 4 of Cups. You have the 5 of Swords. Yeah. So holding off from people who are difficult to deal with, people who mistreat you, you're not honest in regard to how they go about things. Show me the 7 of Pentacles. The 8 of Wands. Lovers. Hang on. Show me the Lovers. Queen of Swords. Show me the 10 of Wands. 9 of Cups for the 10 of Wands. 5 of Wands. Show me the 5 of Wands here for Leo. You have the Hangman and you have the 6 of Cups. Show me the Moon. Two of Wands. Knight of Coins at the bottom of the deck. So you have Knight of Coins, Knight of Swords. This is about conversations, communications, blunt communications that may happen, but it's in regard to things that you have put your energy and effort into for a while now, Leo. I keep picking up more like work-related energy with this reading versus like a love relationship. And I have to roll with that just because I'm not gonna, pretend that it's a love thing if it's not. So, I think you're gonna have to evaluate certain connections at this point, depending upon like how long you've had them. Some you may have disappointments with people that you've had for a long time, just because it feels like you are going against the grain or you're not flowing with what they want, and so it makes it a little bit difficult for you to connect. But I think the thing about it is it almost feels like what you're dealing with in regard to the communications that you have with somebody or a group of people, it's like you're noticing different aspects of corruption in the situation or the entirety of what you're talking about. There's something about it that doesn't seem right to you. I think it's also important to, with the 9 of Pentacles and the 3 of Cups, it's important to hang on to your own autonomy. It's important to not necessarily go with the flow all the time. Sometimes you're not going to be, I don't know, it's not about a popularity contest. Like if you need to remove yourself for the sake of like your mental space, for the sake of keeping information towards yourself, I don't know, it feels like you may have been kind of singled out in a way, or like the energy that's present here is like singling you out, like you're not, it's almost as if like these people are saying that you're not a contributor, but you're most definitely a contributor. It's just you're doing it in your way, and you're not, I want to say, like, not rolling with how everybody is, not drinking the Kool-Aid, I guess. It's like you're doing your own thing. And I think that it almost feels like you've been burned once or twice with this group of people or with this person, where it's like you have dealt with them in the past. You've tried to be on board with it. You've tried to be part of the group and the connection. I don't know. It's like you see some sort of deception or just some aspect of dishonesty within the connection. And it might not even be dishonesty or deception. It could just be immaturity that isn't jiving with you. It's like you can't connect with this energy, or you choose to not do so. And by not doing so, it almost actually creates it's like a weird, like, kind of high school energy, like a popularity contest. It's like you're removing yourself so they become against you. I know that this reading is super weird, but this is what I'm getting. It's important for you to communicate what you will and will not do in regard to this situation. It's important for you to really keep your eye on the prize. So, like, if you have a very deep love for your job and you're having issues and conflict with people, and suddenly your job is kind of being put into question, or you're putting into question your relevance at that job, am I still effective? Is this something that I want to do? God, this would be such a great place if these particular people were not here or were not conflicting with me. I don't know. It just seems like they kind of, what I'm picking up is like a very like childish vibe, like kind of like a popularity contest high school vibe. It's really weird. I don't know what this is, but there's necessity in regard to, you communicating with yourself and your loved ones, your partners at home. I don't know. I feel like this is a separate issue, where you can, if being at this particular job is in question, it may be a time to consider what you want, what is effective here, and are you getting what you need? Because no matter what, if you love your job and you stick with it, great, but you may have more efficacy somewhere else, and you may have less conflict with a new group, because it feels like the movement forward it's interesting. So with the Lovers here and the Queen of Swords, you're basically safeguarding what you want, okay? This can be a person for sure, can be a Gemini, but what I'm feeling here is it's like you're doing what you can to procure what you need in your job, how to safeguard that. And if moving forward towards a different thing is something better, it's almost time to start considering that now, because I want to pay attention to the difficulties that seem to come ahead here. So in regard to this with the Queen of Swords, it's almost like being very discerning in regard to how you want to go about this situation. Do you want to give another 6 months? What do you want to do? What is the best, thing? Because it seems like you're going to be having some sort of connection here with people where it's kind of disjointed. The connection isn't truly a connection. It's more of like it's like trying to speak over another person, or people not wanting to listen, like, yeah, okay, I heard you, my turn to talk. That kind of thing, where it's like it's not an equal give and take. And I think you're kind of tired of that, because it seems like you've seen it over and over and over and over again with this particular company, group of people, work partnership, I don't know. And it's almost as if too, like, this job or this connection started out very good. You enjoyed it, you worked a lot at it, and then something changed. It could have been a change in management. It could have just been a change in people where things were clicky, but it's not something that seems to be healthy here for you. And so while you put, with this Nine of Cups and the Ten of Wands, while you put a lot of energy and effort into this may be something that you're just kind of like, okay, this is now becoming burdensome. I may be tired of holding on to this. I may be tired of dealing with these people and their inane stupidity. It feels like that type of energy. So with this Five of Wands and the Hangman here, and the Six of Cups, some of you may be reconsidering past jobs. I don't know if you have connections to older jobs, past connections. There may be some aspect of that might be helpful. This also may be a situation where you're implementing ideas or a previous job situation that you may have had into effect again, but it may not be with the same company. It may just be you doing your own thing. So it's almost like consideration in regard to how much more you can take, how much more you want to deal with in regard to this issue. The Knight of Coins here at the bottom of the deck, though, tells me that you are, while you're open to having communication with the Knight of Swords and get your point across very straight and clearly, this may also be kind of an ultimatum thing for you, or a definitive point in your connection or relationship with this company. It feels like you are willing to work on something that is going to build you more on your own in the future. That may also be something that you have put aside that you're not showing, put aside that you're not telling people about, things that you've worked on privately in your life that you've kind of kept hush. It's almost like having an ace in the hole, okay? So with the Moon here and the Two of Wands, I think that at the finality of this reading, this energy that I'm picking up, is that no matter what, I think what's going to happen here, Leo, is that you're going to recognize that these things, these people, these connections, this toxicity that you're having and experiencing within this situation, I don't know if that's necessarily going to change. And I think that that's going to be the defining point for you, because you have the Two of Wands here. You know, they're holding the world in their hand, you know, but they're also looking at everything here kind of with like a little frustration in their face. So I'm going to clarify a little bit more and then we will be done. Show me the connection between the Nine of Pentacles and the Three of Cups. For some of you, if you're just single and you're not wanting to deal with anybody or you're out of a relationship, this is talking about not wanting to be, yeah, you got the Three of Cups again. Not wanting to be single, potentially. That might be some of it. You have the Three of Cups. If that is the case, because I do want to give some information to people who are wanting love things. I can't not say about the work stuff, though, because that's what this feels like to me, this interesting situation happening. But I will hit on other points if there is to be some information for love energy. And for those of you who are single, it's really emphasizing that you need to go out and connect with people. Don't be so shut off, and you know, don't be so quick to reject others as well. Be mindful and watch them, but also don't reject them. I don't know. And with the, it just seems here too, for the job situation with the Three of Cups, it almost feels like there's, it's like you want to connect with people, but it's not easy to here. Show me the connection between the Four of Pentacles and the Five of Swords. You have the Ace of Swords in reverse here. So this is essentially an energy where people, you're holding off, you're putting yourself back, you're kind of retreating in a certain way and safeguarding yourself because the communications that you experience with others within the situation are not honest, they're not forthright, they don't come with all of the information. It's almost as if like you're kind of at a not necessarily a standstill, but something where it's like you're not receiving what you need from it, so it's why bother with it. You know, it almost seems annoying at this point. Show me the Seven of Pentacles with the Eight of Wands. Seven of Pentacles with the Eight of Wands. You have the Three of Pentacles here. So yeah, this is basically you deciding whether or not you want to continue, if this is a work situation, continue working there. You put in time, you put in effort, you put in a lot of effort here. And, you know, is this about moving forward? Is it about letting it go? At the bottom of the deck for the Three of Pentacles, you have the Page of Wands here. This is about communication, keeping it light, but also the potential for new direction, new endeavors, you know, and that's a possibility, but I don't know if you're going to continue working here. This is in question. This is in question here. So show me the Lovers and the Queen of Swords. So for the Lovers and the Queen of Swords, You have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. You have the Six of Wands in reverse. And you have the Page of Cups in reverse. So in regard to that, yeah, with the Page of Wands at the bottom of the deck again, in regard to holding on to what you want in this situation, this may be coming from, if you're holding on to this job for the sake of money, that may not be what you need to be viewing it as. With the Nine of Pentacles coming up in reverse here in regard to a job situation, the idea of leaving it is troubling. It seems just because there may be a feeling like you might be lacking or you won't have enough money, if you move into a different situation, different career, different job sector. But it's also talking about if you remain here, you're not going to get honesty. There's some potential for depression in the job, and also in regard to honesty and connection with other people, and also being validated for your work, being seen and recognized for what you contribute. You're not really going to be getting that here, okay? Six of Wands in reverse is a card of not receiving accolades, not receiving recognition for the information that you provide, for the work that you contribute. It's not something that's easy to deal with. So the Queen of Swords here is essentially saying, okay, well, I'm going to safeguard this for whatever I can, but if it's not going to be realistic, I'm not going to maintain it, okay? You also may not have the connections with people. With the Three of Cups coming up here twice too, it's almost as if this energy is like us against them, or me against you, or them against me. That's what it feels like, a group of people, and you're not really included into it to a degree, which also is frustrating, just because, Leo, you guys are really beautiful at what you do. You're usually good in life, and you're wonderful, gregarious people. This doesn't feel good to be sectioned out or like pushed aside. Show me the connection between the Ten of Wands and the Nine of Cups. It feels like this was something that you really loved doing a long time ago, whether it's a job or a person that you were with, but it's tiring now. Show me. Okay. So for the Ten of Wands and the Nine of Cups, yeah, you have the Five of Pentacles and you've got the Eight of Cups. Shit, okay. So with the Emperor at the bottom of the deck, that's positive for sure. This is something that you're going to be tired of doing. I think you're not going to be enthusiastic about this situation, this conversation, this job. This may be you leaving a situation. I don't think you're going to be getting what you want out of this. The Five of Pentacles is a card of turning your back on something. It's a card of being left out in the cold or leaving something out in the cold. It's a card of lack of money. You may not get a promotion that you wanted. That's potential as well. And with the Eight of Cups here, it's about walking away from something that you've put your energy into for a while. This is the Nine of Cups, Eight of Cups. It's almost as if like, okay, the word redundant just came through, but it's an energy where you've put a lot of effort into something that you may have really loved for a long time. And through some course of events, something changed about the dynamic of the situation. It feels like it's not helpful for you anymore. And so maintaining it and being there every day and contributing to it while not getting any type of recognition for what you contribute, it's too much to deal with. The Emperor at the bottom of the deck communicates an energy where you might be dealing with the boss. It's unfair. But for me, what I'm feeling is that you take ownership of your life after experiencing so much of this, because you realize it's not going to change. Okay. So the Emperor is a very positive energy. He's a leader in his own life. He creates things, and it's not just a he, it's any gender. But the thing is, it's a very powerful energy. It's a self, it takes care of the self. It takes care of their families no matter what. That energy is like, okay, well, if I'm not getting my needs met here, I'm going to do it my way and do it 10 times better. Show me the connection between the Five of Wands and the Hangman. Seven of Cups. So yeah, you have options, especially with the Nine of Wands at the bottom of the deck. You have options and potentials in regard to the directions that you can go in, Leo. It's about now putting up boundaries, if you need to be conscious of the boundaries you put up here, I would say do so. It's gonna prove best for you as in the long run. Yeah, put up boundaries in regard to what you need to do here, but also keep your options open. And I think that that's what's going on. The Seven of Cups is about options, it's potentials. It's also being frustrated on an emotional level in regard to what it is that you're dealing with, just because sometimes, you know, you can really love a situation, a person, or a job, but like if it's not conducive to your feelings and you're putting in energy like to something that's not going to be giving back to you, not good. Show me the Six of Cups. So you have the Seven of Wands coming out for the Six of Cups, and it's in reverse. You also have the Ten of Swords at the bottom of the deck. You know, for some of you, this may be a love situation. You may be dealing with somebody from the past, but if the conflict is consistent in this relationship, it's almost time to let it go. It is time to let it go, it feels. But with the Seven of Wands in reverse, with the Six of Cups, this is almost about giving up on something that you love, giving up on something that you cared about a lot for a long time. This could be a, you know, family member, you know, a past relationship that comes into your life. It could be a situation where you're letting go of everything here. You're no longer wanting to be involved here. So you're releasing it, you're letting it go, and you're pulling upon different aspects from your past, potential past work situations. Some of you could be reminiscing about a past person, but it's like you're applying a new energy by removing yourself from things. The Ten of Swords at the bottom of the deck is basically a card where we're tired of dealing with things that have been problematic for us, being stabbed in the back. It's not a happy card. It's a card of finality. Show me the Moon and the Two of Wands here for Leo. So you have the Five of Wands again coming up. Let's see what this card is. And the Three of Hearts, or the Three of Swords. So, okay. In regard to this, love or work, whatever the situation is, the conflict is problematic, okay? It's almost to a toxic degree. The Five of Wands is, you know, you have it here twice, Five of Wands, the Three of Swords. These energies, no matter what, it's going to be difficult to maintain this situation because it's constantly being in conflict with people, a group of people, or a person that you're connected with, okay? It's constant conflict, constant conflict. So why maintain that? Why maintain that? The heart of the matter, there is more going on than meets the eye, okay? That may also be with you too. You may have your cards held close to your chest in regard to what you want to do with this situation, but it feels like overall you need to heal yourself from this. You need to take some time away. And I know if it's job situation, finding another job in this time frame right now, this day and age, it's not that easy. I mean, for a lot of people, some people are great with it, but some people have a really difficult time, especially if we don't have enough skills, if we don't have enough certain requirements or this and that, or you haven't worked long enough in a particular job field. So, shit, that's what I have for you. Whether or not it's, you know, somebody that you've been dealing with or a group of people or a job situation, this is what I'm feeling here. So let's go ahead and get the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Coins. Show me the energy between the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. Pardon me. Let me take a sip of this fine-ass water here. Oh my God. Show me the energy between the Knight of Swords and the... Okay. So you have the Hangman coming out in reverse now. And the Knight of Pentacles here too. So Knight of Pentacles here twice. Underneath that, you have the Knight of Cups. I'm not reading that Knight of Cups, though. I just think it's interesting. You have a bunch of... It's almost like connections with other people, multiple signs here, multiple people. With the Hangman in reverse, this is basically an energy where we're giving up on something. We've looked at it for long enough. You have the Hangman over here. at this aspect of the reading, which is deep contemplation in regard to, do you want to continue dealing with a situation that is problematic, conflictual, not getting the honesty that you deserve, and still people upholding and maintaining deception here. That's the problem. It's like not really wanting to budge. This could be you, this could be a group of people or a person that you've been dealing with, but it's not wanting to budge or change that or really even look at it. It's just, this is how I am, this is how we are, this is what's up, and you're not going to win. It's very weird. It's like a us against them type thing, or you against somebody. Here with the Hangman in reverse, it's like, you know what? You need to communicate what it is that makes sense for you in your life. You need to be on board with what is going to work for you on an internal level and make your decisions from there. The Knight of Pentacles showing up twice in this reading indicates to me energy where you need to start working on things that are going to be that are going to give you stability and longevity. And it feels like in a certain way, this, whether it be a person or whether it be a job situation, this feels like a slap in the face, because it's like you've worked a lot on this, or you've worked a lot for this, and to not get the recognition or the honor or just the human connection that you're needing out of this situation is very painful. And so it's going to be needing to be evaluated on multiple levels. Let me go ahead and pull some advice. Please give me advice for Leo. Show me Leo's advice. Yeah, 10 of Wands here, Leo. This is a burden. The whole situation has become burdensome. It's too much to carry. You know, I think you've given it a fair try over and over and over again. It also feels like the potential of years have been spent here, whether this be a person or a job situation. But it's burdensome. 10 of Wands here twice. 5 of Pentacles, 8 of Cups. You're going to be spinning your wheels if you try and maintain this energy much longer. So I think it's important here to pull yourself back, to bring yourself to a point of that singularity and be okay with it. Okay. All right, Leo. I wish this were a little bit more happy and fun, but this is what I have for you. And let's figure it out, you know. And this also might be just the thing to change your situation in a really positive way. You know, when we have this much conflict, this much poison and toxicity within something, it can't get any worse. It has to, well, it could get worse, but it has to get better. You know, this is the opportunity for the light to shine and things to come through. You're not going to be getting honesty and connection with this person or this group of people, whether it be love or work situation. The issue is you're dealing with people or a person who can't be honest. They can't be open. I don't know why they do what they do, but it feels like they're very unyielding and unwilling to be open with you. And they are willing to use you. They're willing to take advantage of what it is that you offer, but they're not willing to truly honor you here. So you have options. And I think the idea of actually having options in a situation is frustrating, but you know that you have options. So I'm going to let this reading go here. I hope it was helpful for somebody, and I'm sorry it's not a straight up love reading. I can't control the energy of the readings. If something wants to come through, it will come through. I believe the first reading that I read for you guys was about, it was about love, but it was about a lot of disappointment in that relationship, a lot of disappointment and considering letting something go. So that is to be said there. I can't remember the entirety of the reading, but that's a part of it. So anyways, Leo, I hope this is helpful. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And if you choose to donate, there's a link in the description box below. And we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.